Welcome to the BNI Knox podcast, helping members in the Knoxville, Tennessee region grow their business and make more money through the power of referrals. Now, here's your host, Andy Brassfield.
Welcome back to another episode of the BNI Knox podcast. This is episode number 16. I'm Andy Brassfield, your host, and I have my co-host here, Curtis Johnston. You just got promoted
to co-host.
To co-host, yes, sir.
Look at me, Mom.
Moving on up. Yeah, so we're happy to have you back with us again here for episode number 16. We're into officially member extravaganza. So this is exciting. Listen, you want to grow your chapter, then April and May statistically have proven over the years to be the biggest months for new member growth.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's
why that is.
Maybe it's because of member extravaganza, or maybe member extravaganza is this period because it's the right period of the year.
Chicken and egg thing. Point is, now's the time to grow.
Now's the time. Be inviting people. Well, guess what? We're going to talk a little bit about inviting people today. And daylight savings time is coming around this coming weekend.
Springing forward.
Sunday night, spring forward.
Yes, spring
forward. Speaking of spring, I have to say this. Don't spray the bees, call me.
Yes, that's right. The bee, how's all that going?
Well, I've got 4 hives running right now.
Okay, and, I've got shingles.
Yeah. We're praying that the hives make it through the winter. That's always a big deal.
Is that 4 queens that you have, or just 4 queens per hive?
Four boxes. Each one has its own queen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a colony. In bee terms, and so we're looking for those to come. So what else happens in the spring is naturally the bees begin to throw off swarms. This is reproduction. So the bees will begin to make a new queen.
Okay.
And at just the right time,
when 2 bees love each other very much.
Yeah. At just the right time, the old queen takes off with roughly half of the bees to go establish a new colony.
Oh.
Out there somewhere.
And the new queen gets the old digs to continue to raise that.
Yeah, they raise up the new queen, send her out to get mated, and she comes back and starts laying eggs, and you got a whole thing repeats itself.
Last question, then we'll move on to business. How many? You want me to just be in charge? Meet my co-host, Andy Brassfield. How many eggs does a bee lay?
The queen bee lays up to 1,500 eggs per day in the prime part of the season. So that's so if you think about it, 1,500 per day are hatching 16 days later. Well, hatching's not the correct term. Forgive me, all my beekeeping friends. It's emerge.
They emerge.
They emerge 16 days later. Think about it. 1,500 new bees every day.
Wow.
Emerging into this colony. So you can see how they quickly grow to the point of overflowing. They throw off a swarm to make more room, but that's how they reproduce. They make more and more. Here's what's going to happen, and why I say don't spray the bees, call me, is because you might go out to check your mail and find, hey, there's a whole bunch of bees hanging off of my mailbox.
Right.
What do I do? And some people are tempted to spray them.
Correct.
Oh my God, it's bees, and I've got kids, and I've got dogs.
Exactly what I said.
I've got allergies.
Right.
No. Call a beekeeper, which I happen to be one.
Okay.
So call me, and maybe I'll come and take your bees off your mailbox and take them home.
Yeah. It's very nice of you.
Yeah.
Now, moving with the bee analogy into BNI, how do we grow our BNI colony?
BNI. Growing our
BNI.
BNI. Growing our BNI colony. So today's topic is the +1 strategy.
Okay.
+1. So this is BNI's initiative for the year 2020. Each chapter, this is specific to the USA, by the way.
All right.
Not worldwide. Each chapter in the USA has been challenged to finish out the year with 1 more member than they began the year.
All right.
We call that a +1 net growth.
Okay.
So how many members in your chapter? 25, 30, 35?
Pushing 38.
38 members in your chapter. You started the year. Then we want to finish the year with at least 39.
Now that sounds easy to do.
Yeah. What's 1?
What's 1?
Yeah. But listen, we have almost 3,500 chapters in the USA.
Okay. It's a big number. It's nice.
If each chapter finished out the year plus one, then the USA would have grown by 3,500 members.
It's awesome.
Now, I know what our members are thinking. So what? That's the USA. No, really. Our members don't typically think that way, do they?
No, not here.
Usually our members are very positive and upbeat and supportive. But here's the thing. If we're having success in our chapter, if we're having success in our region, if we're having success in our nation, you see how that breeds more success.
I would think so.
Yeah.
If BNI as a whole grows, everybody gets excited.
Yeah.
That's, positive movement. We're talking about national numbers. It's fantastic.
Yeah. And so one of the challenges or opportunities that our chapters face is, a net growth. See, we're talking about April and May, and this is the growth time of the year.
Good time to do it, yeah.
And we have some months that in the year that have traditionally shown to be months of shrinkage. Yeah? And so what we're talking about here now is we're talking about balance.
Yes.
Balance in the months of growth against those months of shrinkage so that in the end we have a plus.
Yes. So what do they say? You got to sow while the ground is fertile, or cut hay while the bee truck is there. So whatever that phrase
Catch
is.
the bees while they're swarming.
While they're swarming. Now is the time to be inviting.
Now is
March,
the time to
April,
be inviting.
May. This is the time
March
that we're inviting now.
So specific to member extravaganza, March and April. April and May. Don't let me do that.
I'm sorry, my bad.
April and May. All right. We want to have visitor days at each chapter.
Yes.
Call it a visitor day, call it an open house, call it what you want to call it, but it's a visitor day.
Right.
This is when we're going to focus our efforts. We're going to send letters in some cases, follow the direction of your director and of your leadership team. So you're in the fire monitoring, fire alarm business,
Correct.
right?
Yes, sir.
Do y'all serve as fire extinguishers?
Actually, no. It's a great question. I get all the time.
So you get that all the time.
Yeah.
Do you know a guy?
I should know a guy.
Yeah.
You got a guy?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, good.
I do. He used to be a member of the energy chapter.
I need him.
And
I
he's
need him
still
now.
in the business. We're trying to get him back in. But here's the thing. If we can get him into your chapter, now you're going to grow that relationship with him.
Yes.
And when your clients and customers say to you, do you service fire extinguishers? You can say,
actually,
Jeff handles that for us.
There you go.
Can I have Jeff call you?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect.
You're looking to have somebody service your fire extinguishers? Yeah. So now, this is how we want to grow our business.
Perfect.
Right? So you're serving your clients with a more full approach.
Right.
Now, I know we teach in Member Success Program to avoid words like full service.
Okay.
But I'm going to use it.
Okay.
Anyway, I get
Well, I hope no one's listening,
privilege.
Andy.
I get executive privilege to say full service here. But when you bring in your business partners
Yes.
into your chapter, you become more and more full service to your clients.
That's true.
Okay? So that they can say to you, do you do this, do you do that, and you can say to them, I got a guy.
Actually, I got someone to handle that for us.
Yeah, we do have somebody who handles that. His name is, let me have him call you.
I like that phrasing. That's nice.
Yeah, learn that. Yes, John Stafford would say, you've got 2 weeks till I patent it. Something like that.
That's nice.
Or trademark it.
That's right.
Or something like that. So what are the other opportunities that our chapters face? We talked about the up months and the down months. I guess that's the down months are attrition.
That happens. That's just life. I stay in an inviting mindset because I know life is going to happen. People are going to change jobs. We're going to ladies and men ladies are going to get pregnant. You move. Changes happen. It's inevitable. So if you know, and I don't know the number of the amount of people that leave BNI just based on the fact of it's not working out or I don't like you guys anymore. That never happens.
Right.
But the people who leave because of life changes. So that happens.
Yeah.
So the +1 idea is a fantastic idea, but we should always be inviting year round, especially now. Should always be inviting because attrition happens.
So attrition means then that adding one member does not put us at a net +1.
Correct.
Considering the fact that somebody's going to get pregnant, somebody's going to change jobs, somebody's going to move.
Correct.
And that's attrition. So we have to be aware of. What about this? What about the leadership team getting this number, and think about it for a minute.
Okay.
What is the +1 for your chapter? Now, I'm not putting you on the spot because I didn't.
Well, you've done it before. Why
Yes,
don't you stop now?
I could put you on the spot. What I'm saying is to get with your leadership team, get with your director, and let's go back and look at the reports. And for your chapter, what is the number?
And where do we find that number? Would that be how we closed out 2019?
Yes, exactly. Okay. Where you closed out 2019, then
that's the number.
That's the beginning number. We want to finish 2020
+1.
+1.
They should call this +1.
Yeah, they should. They should call it +1.
Easy to remember.
Yes, right. So that's the first challenge. See, from where I'm sitting, we have 21 chapters. That's 21 different numbers.
That's
you see,
I
can't sit here and talk about, well, your chapter needs this many, your chapter needs that many.
Correct.
But at the chapter level, that number should be a number that everybody in the chapter knows about.
Right.
Yeah, we'll go into BNI Connect and we'll pull a report that shows us what that number is.
Smart.
Yeah. So we get that number. Everybody in the chapter be aware of the number. Okay. So arbitrarily speaking, if you finished out last year at 38, we want to finish out this year at least 39.
Right.
So where are we today? Are we at 38, 39, 37? Where are we? Moving along throughout the whole year, keeping 39 in mind is where we want to close out. Knowing the whole time one of our members might get sick and have to have surgery.
Of course.
Or somebody might get a job offer that they can't refuse, takes them out of state.
Absolutely. I got a job offer a couple years ago that I had to take, and it pulled me away from the local area altogether, and I was selling on a national level. I would have never dreamed that I would have ever left BNI. Yeah. But this offer came along, I jumped on it, I went. Didn't work out because I like people more than I like travel. Yeah. So I'm back, but still, that's attrition. And you got to remember that that's going to happen.
And as we move through the year, keep that number in mind.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So here's something else that we talk about during Member Extravaganza. When we talk about growth, part of the why. Why grow my chapter? Well, we've already mentioned, for me, it represents more business.
Right.
Me, the member. I'm putting myself in the shoes of an average member.
Right.
For me, the member, growing my chapter means more business.
Right.
I want to challenge you to look at your fellow members. Think about this. What of the 5 basic power team contact spheres in your chapter, which ones are the strongest, having the most fun, and which ones are the weakest, need the most help? Think about it for a minute. Now, I know a little bit about the energy chapter, and that the trades are pretty strong. So home services in that chapter is pretty strong.
Agreed.
And having a great time, passing lots of referrals around, business is going good.
Yes.
What about the health and wellness segment of the chapter?
I would say they're not doing as well as far as numbers are concerned, because there's just not that many of them.
Not that many of them.
Right.
So what can we do to help them? Does your chapter have a chiropractor, for example? Does your chapter have essential oils?
We've got the essential oils. We have a chiropractor. They're asking for a massage therapist.
Need a massage therapist.
So those are the types of people that would need physical therapy, like on.
So if it's not enough motivation for yourself, because maybe you're covered up with business, maybe you're happy being part of one of those power teams that is having a great time, maybe that doesn't motivate you enough. How about we look at our fellow members and ask this question: are they having a good time?
What do you need? How do we help you?
Now we want to rally around them and give them an equal opportunity for success in the chapter.
Agreed.
So if your chapter is looking for a massage therapist, do you really care about the chiropractor and the essential oils people that are asking for that massage therapist?
Yes.
If you care about your members having a good time, and if you care about them being successful, then wouldn't you go and
track down a massage therapist?
Track down, yes.
Yes.
Drag them in by their ear, whatever you have to do. Let's get massage therapists in there for them.
Did Dr. Ryan put you up to this? It feels like I'm being attacked for some reason. I know Thrive Chiropractic put you up to this. All right, massage therapist, I'll make it happen.
I don't know.
Just throwing it out there.
Know. So we're running out of time.
Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Let's close out with inviting mindset.
Yes.
Yeah. So you're a Gold Club member.
I am.
Yeah. To remind you, Gold Club members sponsored at least 6 new members into BNI. I think you were around 9 or 10 last I counted.
I think that's one of
Yeah. And so it could be more by now for all I know. And so that puts you into an elite group of BNI members worldwide, the top 10%. So congratulations
Thank you very
on
much.
that.
Appreciate that.
Now, to achieve that, you had to invite some people to BNI.
Yes.
Let's talk for just a minute or two about inviting.
Sure.
What are some of the strategies that you've used to invite people into BNI?
I know what BNI has done for my business, and at this point, it's more than half of the referrals that I get started somehow in BNI. As I mentioned a couple of podcasts ago, I started in 2006 knowing nothing about business. I was literally moving from a retail environment into B2B sales. I didn't know anything. So BNI was my proving ground to get better and learn how to do it. I stayed in a a visitor inviting mindset because I knew what it did for me. And I wanted to afford other people the opportunity to grow and enjoy B2B sales. So I'm always looking and listening for people who say, I do a lot of my work by referrals. I need more business. We're moving locations. I'm opening up a new satellite office. Whatever kind of change is happening in there, to me, always qualifies for an invitation to come.
How do you bring up BNI to those people when you hear the trigger? Now, what do you say?
I'm glad that you get a lot of business by referrals. I get all of my business by referrals as well. Do you want to come meet the people that give me referrals? I got a room full of them. We have breakfast.
Wow, simple.
That's it.
Yeah.
And then
it's not complicated.
It's not. And then I always, just like if you're going to any kind of an event, I like the anticipation. So I don't tell anybody what it's about. I don't get into the details of the membership or the dues. Forget that. Just come meet them. Because even if they do the one time, like we had said earlier, visitors do business with our members. So even if they come the one time, you're still pouring money into your chapter. Just get them in the room. But I invite people that I see, a dentist office, doctor's office. I say that because I skipped the doctor's appointment to be here. So I'm having a better time here than I am at my doctor, I'll
Fantastic.
tell you that. But I invite people all the time. I pull cards off of Panera's caulkboard or coffee shops or whatever. I'll find business cards and I'll just email them.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I got some people who are looking for whatever that industry is. Do you want to come meet my friends? Just do it.
Excellent. That's a great way for us to close.
Very good.
Yeah, so +1, find out your chapter's number, and then finish at least one higher than that. All right, and that's great. So we want to remember our sponsors, Mike Fuller Realty and Front Porch Media. Thank you guys so much for helping us put on the podcast. And with that, we're going to close. Don't forget to set your clocks forward an hour this coming Sunday night. All right, I'm Andy Brassfield with BNI. And
Curtis Johnston.
All right, see you next time.